Good evening and welcome to Wednesday's edition of the Regional News. We start with news coming out of Jamaica. Jamaican-American reggae entertainer Joseph Marley, the grandson of the late reggae king Bob Marley, has died. The 31-year-old musician, whose stage name is Joe Mercer, was found unresponsive in a vehicle in the United States on Tuesday, according to media reports. The cause of the entertainer's death is unclear. The son of reggae singer Stephen Marley, Joseph reportedly spent his younger years in Jamaica, where he attended the St. Peter's School. According to his biography, he later moved to Florida, USA, where he attended Palmetto High School and studied studio engineering at Miami-Dade College. Joseph began his music career in 2010 with the single My Girl, which featured his cousin Daniel Bambata Marley. He followed up with the release of the single Bad So in 2012. 2 years later, he released Comfortable, followed by his 2021 album Eternal. Joseph is survived by his wife and a daughter, as well as 12 siblings. Scores of fans and well-wishers expressed condolences to the family of the late reggae singer. We now turn our attention to Peru. The Anti-Corruption Unit in Peru Attorney's General Office has detained 6 generals have made an investigation into allegations the government of ousted former President Pedro Castillo illegally promoted police and military officers. Police also seized documents and devices during a raid of the home of Castillo's former defense minister, Walter Ayala. The Anti-Corruption Unit said Castillo, who was arrested earlier this month after lawmakers voted him out of office for attempting to illegally dissolve Congress, is being investigated for influence peddling. He faces 6 separate charges of corruption, all of which he has denied. The leftist former president is serving 48 months of pre-trial detention while he is being investigated on charges of rebellion. The Attorney General's office said the detained generals are being investigated for allegedly having paid to rise in rank in 2021 with authorization of former President Pedro Castillo. And finally, we close with news from Argentina. Argentina's President Alberto Fernandez said his government would abide with the recent Supreme Court ruling and gave the large proportion of state funds to the opposition-controlled city, Buenos Aires. The announcement signaled a reversal from a decision last week that drew a backlash when Fernandez said he was rejecting the court ruling from the increased funding to the capital city. The Supreme Court ruled that the capital city should return to receiving 2.95% of federal funds, which it received before the national government cut the percentage in 2020 to 1.4%. The city, the richest and most populous in the country, is controlled by a conservative mayor and has been pushing for a large slice of funds, which Argentina law requires, be distributed between the country's regions. Fernandez sparked a legal crisis when he pledged to ignore the incongruous and impossible to enforce ruling, which he called politically motivated ahead of general elections next year, and said would hurt other provinces. Thank you for watching. I'm TIANA.